what role has a relationship-centric approach played in your real estate success?
I think relationships are everything. Business is nothing more than people, right? Start looking at people not as transactions, but as relationships, as people, especially if you want to get involved in the luxury sphere.
How much time do you think agents should spend every day on relationship building and following up?
I think that's the main thing they should be doing. All this disruption in real estate, it comes back to client experience. And if you can build a curated client experience for your team, it helps you organize your business as you go, and it's going to help you scale. I got more hits on that than the most beautiful curated marketing thing I could ever send out, because it's my voice.
Welcome back to the A-List. I am Malte Kramer, founder and CEO of Luxury Presence. And my guest today is Matt Breitenbach, one of the top agents in the country and an absolute master when it comes to building relationships. Our topic today is how to take a relationship-centric approach to your real estate business. Pleasure to have you with me again, Matt.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks.
Matt, you've built an impressive referral-based business. And I'd love to ask you, what role has a relationship-centric approach played in your real estate success?
Relationships are everything. Business is nothing more than people, right? Like, especially in the real estate world. If you start looking at people not as transactions, but as relationships, as people, not always selling somebody something or looking for someone, especially if you want to get involved in the luxury sphere, or you ever meet that person that's really trying to sell you on something or push you in something, right? You want to stay away from that person. I've been blessed to work with all sorts of people, from $1 million buyers to $100 million buyers to celebrities, athletes. And I think having a relationship approach, untethering from the outcome of things. It's always looking for those things maybe you can connect in your own life, those like personal moments that maybe they remember that you can build. So it's really important to think about everybody as a relationship, and how can you strengthen that relationship and make it better.
Yeah. Do you have a process for developing deep relationships with people?
I think follow-up is big, and I try to be the best at it. That's where technology comes in for me with the CRM, because you can't remember everything, and as you grow, you need that. So like I set follow-up like frequency depending on who the contact is. For me, it's like that's what I do. It's just a personal goal. It's like fitness for people, or working out, right? It's like I'm always trying to strive to get better at it, and I feel like I'm pretty good at it, but there's always room. But like, it's just staying in touch with people, staying in their radar, because you're never going to be, as a broker, you're not always top of mind, or just even as a friend, right? It's just staying in their sphere.
Yeah. Can you give me some examples of effective follow-up that you've done?
I just came back from a networking retreat. I spent the time on the plane. I wasn't watching Netflix. I made a tag for Retreat 2024. I tagged everybody that I could remember, especially the people that I wanted to follow. And most of them got a text message. And then I set a bunch of them on some follow-ups going forward. So it's just, it's staying in touch and not letting people not hear from you. That's why there's always that percentage out there of buyers that buy a house with an agent and they sell with somebody else. The reason is because you're not staying in touch and you're not nurturing that relationship, because you're looking at that transactional. You're looking at like you don't care about that person.
How do you make sure that the messages you send are valuable or interesting?
Actually, going on the way to the retreat, I sent a message out in a cluster email to about 100 contacts that are like my top referral partners. I knew they were going to be at this conference I was going to. I said, hey, I'm sending you guys all a note. I'm not sponsoring any events. I'm not doing anything crazy. I care about my relationships. I care about the people that send me business. You guys all mean a lot to me. I'm going to be down there. Let's grab some coffee. I got more hits on that than the most beautiful curated marketing thing I could ever send out, because it's my voice. Fine, send out that newsletter with all the cool stuff and all the stuff you sold, but you'll get more out of people if you're just engaged and just really about, having an empathetic approach to them.
Do you have any lessons learned or mistakes you've made when it comes to building relationships?
I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm an emotional person in a lot of ways. I think for me, tempering that, where I just feel like betrayed or I feel like hurt. Maybe they're going to hire somebody else, and something you poured into as a past client, you got good results from. And then you overreact, and then you push, and then they're like, whoa, like if I've done that recently. I had a past client, I did great. I found him his deal off market, got him a great number, and I always thought I'd get his listing, and his wife had another friend or relationship, whatever. And I feel like I reacted just not who I am in that moment. You ever react in life and you're like, that's not me?
Yeah.
And I think you kind of start losing it, those emotional stuff and those triggers. So I think that you have to be aware of that. And that's why sometimes it's hard with friends even. Sometimes when a friend uses another broker, it's a blessing in disguise, because like you have a different bond with that person And sometimes when that gets blurry, there's a lot of places we get hurt.
How much time do you think agents should spend every day on relationship building and following up?
I think that's the main thing they should be doing. It's really either following up with stuff your business developing on, or you're just following up with your past clients. I think that should be the main chunk of your
More than
day.
50%.
That's really everything. I think it goes beyond real estate, right? It's staying in touch with your people. That as an agent, you should be every day. You should have a large chunk of time block out to do that.
Tell me about the technology tools you use to build better relationships.
I'm a Compass broker. I love the Compass CRM, and it amazes me that brokers are like not using CRMs. It's so important, and there's like automation. There's so much power with CRMs. We have it set up on our website with you guys that if someone signs in on Google, I set up an email campaign that they get hit with 4 emails over like a 6-month span.
Yeah.
One of them is to invite them to our private market database, which we built with you with a password protected portal that they then have to get an access to. But it's amazing power that you have from that. Of course, you can use a spreadsheet. A lot of brokers love the old spreadsheet, but it's not going to have the power of that automation. It's all this disruption in real estate, it comes back to client experience. And if you can build a curated client experience for your team with checklists and everything else, build it all into a CRM. But you can't do that in a spreadsheet. And you can track the activity, track how much you're going back to them. And it helps you organize your business as you go, and it's going to help you scale.
I'm trying to remember, first time I came out here must have been, what, 2017? When I came out to pitch you on getting a new website?
Yeah, I was early at Element.
Yeah.
I just went over there.
Yeah.
And Noble Black told me,
right.
You said, you got to call
Yeah.
Multi. And I was like, all right. I remember you came in, and we just sat down, and yeah, that was probably, that was like
some 7 years ago,
2016,
something like that. Yeah.
Crazy.
We've worked together ever since. So it's been a great partnership.
And he was building something special. You could see it.
Yeah, you as well.
It's been amazing, like that growing and my own brand growing, and then growing, watching you guys grow, and then like just growing together in so many different ways.
Yeah. Thank you, Matt. Those were some incredible insights. To our viewers at home, thank you so much for joining us for this latest episode of The A-List.